Hey y'all, it's me, Dree. So today's message starts in the emotions of sadness, perplexity, and jealousy. This combination right here, this feels like the collective finally stopping long enough to really process what has been going on in their reality. Because with sadness, this is feeling like the realization that a current situation is leading towards loss. Not the kind of loss that shocks you out of nowhere. Not that kind of loss. This feels more like the kind of loss that your intuition has been quietly preparing you for in the background. Because then it moves into perplexity. And, well, I'm getting with this card that this is the collective sitting here trying to mentally make sense of what it is that you're seeing. Y'all are trying to understand, why does this same energy keep showing up in my reality over and over again? And you're trying to understand, why do these connections keep leading to the same emotional outcome? Loss, right? And with that perplexity comes in this jealousy. This jealousy doesn't feel petty to me. This feels like comparison, yes. But it feels like comparison mixed with exhaustion. Because I'm getting that the collective is looking around right now, wondering why other people seem to be able to receive softer love, cleaner love, and more genuine love. And you're wondering, why are they receiving softer love while the connections y'all have entering your own reality keep carrying these same unhealthy undertones over and over again. So let's get into the message, because it starts with the Six of Coins reverse, the High Priestess, and the Six of Cups reversed. So this starts with one-sided energy. I'm getting strongly that this is conditional giving. Strings attached. This is y'all being undervalued. This is an energy of dependence and also of greed, which doesn't have to be financial. And deep down inside, I'm getting that y'all already know this feeling, because y'all have dealt with this exact energy before. Y'all feel what this is before the full proof even arrives, because y'all's intuition is already active. Y'all's body already recognizes the imbalance. And because of that, because of all that, this whole entire situation, it immediately takes the collective back to the past. This feels like revisiting old emotional patterns, old dynamics, old situations where the giving looked generous on the surface, but underneath it, it came with expectations attached the entire time. And now that y'all are really starting to think about it, you're realizing that every single one of those situations that you have found yourself in, they all eventually led you to the same exact place. Sadness. And I'm getting that's what creates this perplexity in the second column. Because I'm feeling that the collective is finally stopping to ask, why does this energy keep entering my reality at all? Right? We're going to find out. We've got the Eight of Cups, the Six of Wands reversed, and the Devil. So, y'all, you already know this situation is emotionally unfulfilling. And what's really standing out to me here is how fast the dynamic with this person changes the second y'all set a boundary between y'all. Because the second the other side realizes that maybe y'all aren't willing to do things their way, well, this Six of Coins energy, it automatically and immediately shifts. And now you're looking at withdrawal, walking away, emotional detachment. It says on this card, release what doesn't serve you. But I'm getting that both sides of this dynamic are moving through this Eight of Cups. But y'all are each moving through this for completely different reasons. The collective is walking away, well, that's easy, to protect themselves. But the other side of this dynamic, well, they appear to be walking away because the conditional exchange itself got interrupted. And I'm getting that's why this person is showing up in this Six of Wands reverse energy at all. Because this is pride before fall, self-centeredness, validation seeking. This is ego-driven, and this is wanting things their way. So now the collective is finally seeing the deeper truth underneath this whole connection. And this column ending with the Devil, well, this is what all that conditional giving was rooted in from the very beginning. This card double downs on the Six of Coins reversed. This is strings attached, restriction, obsession. This is shadow desires. And I've got to say it exactly how my mind is hearing it right now, because this feels like this is giving with the expectation of receiving something back in return. And the energy, it feels sexual underneath it. This is not clean giving. This is not pure intention. This feels like I will continue giving as long as I continue receiving access, attention, validation, or some other kind of desire and fulfillment in return. And I'm getting that the second y'all's exchange gets disrupted with your boundary, that's the second the whole connection destabilizes. And that naturally naturally would bring you all right into this jealous energy by now. Because, y'all, you've been through this cycle repeatedly. It feels like every connection entering your reality at this point has carried the same undertone. And it's all conditional giving and energy. So now I'm getting that the attention starts drifting outward. This is y'all comparing. Wondering why other people seem fulfilled while your experiences keep leading back to major imbalance. But with this last column of tarot, it shifts the entire tone. Because I'm getting that in this last column, this is where the universe is stepping in now. And they're doing that to remind y'all exactly of who y'all are. We've got the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Coins, the New Moon, and the King of Swords. So, the universe is here to say that y'all are standing in grounded, prosperous, nurturing, organized energy. Y'all are not lacking here. Y'all are becoming emotionally disciplined. Y'all are learning not to collapse yourselves emotionally just because sadness enters the room. And that matters here. Yes, the sadness is real. But the lesson is do not let the sadness suck you back into the same unhealthy dynamic. Stay grounded. Stay clear. Stay detached enough to keep seeing the situation accurately. Because by doing that, well, y'all are manifesting your desires to come in correctly. Because with this card, a new cycle begins. And not because the collective forced it into existence. No. This new cycle begins because y'all are finally choosing your alignment over attachment. Because this whole message ends with this King of Swords energy. And this is logic, truth, discernment, structure, and precision. And I'm getting that staying emotionally detached enough to think clearly is a big component to this manifestation. Because the collective is becoming very strict now about what is allowed into their reality. There are no more emotional exceptions. There is no more explaining away red flags. There is no more confusing conditional love with genuine love. And once the collective fully locks into that energy, well, that's when this jealousy leaves your reality altogether. Because now, y'all are no longer looking outside yourself wondering why everyone else seems fulfilled. Now y'all understand that y'all's reality changes the moment y'all stop accepting distorted energy into it. Because realistically, like I've said before, this is your reality. And if you don't like your reality, then you can change it. And you change it by no longer accepting the reality that's being presented. And the faster it is that you close that loop, you find yourself spending less time in the distortion and more time in alignment. And that's the message that I have for y'all today. So if this one landed, then please like the message, leave me a comment, and subscribe. Send your energy into this space so we can keep uncovering these patterns clearly together. Because that's what I'm here for, after all. And remember, where there's love, there's light. I'll see y'all again real soon.